1999, 4 avid snowmobilers decide to ride their sleds around Lake Superior, 2,000 miles in all. They called it the Circle Tour, and they decided to raise money for ALS at the same time.
A friend of mine has got the disease, and he's also a Minnesota United Snowmobile Association member, and an involved snowmobiler, so we thought we'd put this together and try to help him out. And I've seen him over the past 3 years since he was diagnosed with it, and it hits home. It makes me want to do it more. It started out as a fun trip, now it's a mission.
It really makes it a whole different feeling going on a trip like this, knowing that we're raising money for such a wonderful cause.
Randy Banner, Larry Banner, Greg Sorensen, and Dennis Nelson made that trip in 10 days and raised $15,000. And from that, the Blackwoods Blizzard Tour was born. Blackwoods Restaurants signed on as the title sponsor, and dozens of other businesses did too. So did former Twins great Terry Steinbach, who lost his father to ALS.
You find out when you have a close friend, and in my case, when you have your father who's diagnosed with it, you tend to find out a lot more about it. And it was something that obviously I wanted to get involved in, and trying to do the best that I can with it.
So everything was set. The sponsors, the riders, 43 in all. The only thing missing that first year, the snow. But that didn't slow down these riders.
They called all the riders and said, hey, I think we're going to cancel. And the great thing about it is the riders said, no way, this is a great cause. We're coming up. Regardless if we ride or not, we'll find something to do for 3 days.
What they finally found to do was raise money. $55,000 that first year without a flake of snow on the ground.
What it really is just tells you what kind of people snowmobilers are.
Especially what kind of people these snowmobilers are. The same faces keep coming back year after year, becoming a tradition for these riders.
It's almost become like a close-knit group of family that they look forward to getting together every year and seeing everybody.
As we expand and get to know everybody on a more personal basis, more time to spend, more years to look back on, and yeah, it's growing, and I think everybody just absolutely looks forward to it for the next year.
It's for that reason, that family aspect, that sponsors have really signed on in a big way, finding the Blackwoods Blizzard Tour a great cause to support.
One of our company core values is having fun while being the best. This is a great way for us to exhibit that to the local community.
Bottom line is it's something we can feel good about, and we know what a horrific disease it is, and we're all hoping for a cure.
That's why these riders keep coming back year after year, now over 100 in all. And over the years, the ride has netted over $1 million to fight ALS. Among those who signed on, Twins manager Ron Gardenhire.
Terry Steinbach has been asking me to do these things, and I'm not a big snowmobile rider. I'm from Oklahoma, but this is fun for me.
Gardy brings his family along, Twins pitching coach Rick Anderson and his family along, adding to an already great weekend.
Those guys have just been terrific. It's really been fun. It's been a great relationship with the Twins. Terry's been in it from day one, and now with Gardy and Rick, it's just outstanding people who've got to know their families and whatnot. And these people are about as regular people as you're going to find. And we've all become friends of theirs, and it's really neat, really neat.
But there's one other person in the hearts and minds of these riders, and his involvement goes back to the start of this story, to the initial trip around Lake Superior. When Wes Blakesley heard about the Circle Tour, he called Randy Banner and Greg Sorensen and asked if he could ride the final leg with them. An engineer at Polaris Industries, Wes designed snowmobiles and loved to ride them. And 6 months earlier, he'd been diagnosed with ALS.
Still able to ride snowmobiles and things that are involved with my job. Hard telling how long that'll last. So, facing that fact is the hard thing.
But he faced that fact with courage, becoming a regular fixture on the tour. And when he couldn't drive his own sled any longer, the guys at Polaris did something about it.
His engineering team decided that they wanted to enable him to ride, so they built this cutter for him to ride. He's really our motivation to get this thing going and keep it going.
In 2003, Wes passed away, but his legacy lives on. Polaris remains a major sponsor, and their employees remain major fundraisers on the tour. And the event has adopted Wes's slogan, "Never Surrender." So, the tour rolls on. An amazing group of snowmobilers helping a great cause by having fun at the same time.
I think it's really neat that a bunch of what I call, motorheads get involved in something like this. We have a terrific time, but we know we're doing good work at the same time. We're having a lot of fun.